Right now at noon, the Biden administration beginning to deport the thousands of migrants, mostly from Haiti, who are gathering in South Texas.
And this is exclusive video right now of one of those planes taking off, heading to Port-au-Prince right now. Our own Glenna Milberg has traveled to Texas for us.
And she's joining us live right now with the latest on this turning point in the border crisis. Glenna.
Christy, Janice, more than 3,000 people gone. They were deported yesterday. It is ongoing now. That means there's about 12,000 people left, more or less, in that squalid encampment just behind the fence and over the hill. To those who are affected, this sudden and dramatic action, this mass deportation, is raising a lot of questions. They are headed back to Haiti. Deportation transfers. The Border Patrol goal here, remove 3,000 Haitian would-be asylum seekers a day and deter others from making this treacherous journey to the squalid encampment under the International Bridge, where Border Patrol provides food, water, porta potties, and as of today, an escort out.
DHS is also working to accelerate and increase the frequency and capacity of Title 42 flights to expel individuals to Haiti and other countries of origin.
Title 42, that's the U.S. law used in national health emergencies like the COVID pandemic to refuse entrance to migrants, short-circuit any immigration claims process. And COVID is a fear for the thousands who've made their way to the border from Central and South America, where most have moved within the last decade. One painfully malnourished sick man taken for medical help by paramedics fully suited. As news of the exploding immigration and humanitarian crisis spread, Texas State Police closed access to the dam that had become a walking path. This cavalry easing concerns that grew with the crush at the Del Rio border.
The worst case scenario is that there's a riot or uprising, and if we don't have the law enforcement down there to help with the protection, it was a very dire, serious concern.
So you're looking right now at the City of Del Rio International Bridge sign, which is the Del Rio border checkpoint crossing, now closed, and it has been over the weekend. That is one of the things they are using as a message to deter people from making that crossing. The messaging is one of the big reasons these mass deportations are going on. We understand this checkpoint in about an hour will be a staging area for a visit by Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, and he is expected to be touring, fact-finding, seeing what's going on. His department is responsible for everything that is going on here right now, and we have a lot of questions for him when we see him right here in about an hour. I'm Glenna Milberg, live in Del Rio, Texas today, Local 10 News.
And Glenna, I mean, excellent reporting there on the border. And this is obviously a tough question to even answer, and hopefully you'll be able to get some answers from Mayorkas. But how did it get so out of hand to this point where there are thousands and thousands of people? I mean, how did we even get to this point where it's really become something that, in a way, seems so out of control?
You know, I think it was sudden to people watching because it kind of burst onto the news scene. But the people who are here have been traversing that journey for months. Most of they're Haitians, and so a lot of the questions were, well, how are they here if they were from Haiti? But these people, this particular group, most of them were actually living in Central and South America for the past decade. So what happened now is, remember the assassination in Haiti of the president, the second earthquake in a decade. The country is just untenable and social and economic unraveling in a really difficult place. And so the Biden administration indicated that they were going to cease deportations there of the Haitians who are here for humanitarian reasons. Well, that message started spreading, compounded by the fact that smugglers took advantage of that and started telling people, give me money and I'll take you there. And I think that's why the here and now sort of ballooned into all of these people expecting that they might get lucky. And today they find out they will not.
Oh, wow.
It's just hard to see some of that video. All right, Glenna, thank you. We'll be checking back with you this afternoon.